People assume you need special equipment for beef jerky. A vacuum sealer, meat slicer, dehydrator, fancy rubs or seasonings you could only buy online. No, you don't need any of that. If you got a Weber Smoky Mountain, you're already set. Not only is it possible to make beef jerky on the Weber Smoky Mountain, it's absolutely delicious. However, you're gonna need to run it at a lower temperature than you're probably used to. So I'm gonna share a trick with you on how to make that happen, a method I haven't seen anyone else do or talk about anywhere. So let's make some jerky. I started with a top round roast, put it in the freezer until semi-firm. That makes it easier to slice. Then I cut it in half and I slice it into strips. No fancy slicer needed. All you need is a sharp knife. Cut it as thin as you can. 1/4-inch slices are the goal. Don't let the lack of slicer stop you though. That freezer trick makes slicing a lot easy. Trim off any visible fat. Now, fat doesn't dehydrate very well. You can trim before slicing or after. Both actually work. Once sliced, it's time to marinate. You do not need a store-bought jerky rub. Start with this base recipe, then tweak it to your own taste. So what's in this marinade? I'm gonna add the wet ingredients first, half a cup of water, to mellow out the saltiness. It's 1 cup of soy sauce, 1 cup of Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Then I'm gonna whisk it well to dissolve the sugar. 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and 1 tablespoon of black pepper, and about 1/2 tablespoon of crushed red pepper flakes. Add more if you want it more spicy. We're going to also want to add some curing salt. This is going to help with the shelf life, and it's going to make dehydrating in low temperatures a lot safer. Use 1 teaspoon for 5 pounds of meat. Curing salt shouldn't be used as regular table salt, so always follow the instructions. Let's place all of the sliced meat into this container. You can also make jerky in the oven. Add a little liquid smoke to the marinade, and it's gonna work fine for most people. But if you got a smoker, well, you're gonna get way tastier results. I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with plastic wrap, and then I'm gonna place this in the fridge overnight. Next day, it's smoker setup time. Now, most Weber Smoky Mountains run about 225 to 275. I wanted it at 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, the mini method runs too hot for this. So here's the trick. Are you ready? Use the snake method. Yep, just 1 row of BFB charcoal, slightly leaning, like a dominoes tipped over. I lit 5 briquettes and placed them at the start of the snake. Now, if I were to do this again, I would actually start with 6 briquettes. This is the first time I'm making beef jerky on the Weber Smoky Mountain. It's not gonna be my last time. This is terrific. Now, if you use Kingsford charcoal, you might want to try 2 rows instead. The B&B is a lot bigger than the Kingsford. Temps are going to slightly come to 160. Then it's going to hold steady for hours. And that's the zone we are dehydrating. We're not cooking. Next, I'm going to put the midsection in, cover, and we're good. Also, I might mention, do not run below 160 degrees Fahrenheit. That turns into cold smoking territory. And that's a different game altogether. Jerky is going to go on once the temp is nice and steady. Now, I had way too much for 1 rack, so I left some space at the sides of the grate, added some fire bricks, and then placed a 2nd rack on top. I really could have added a 3rd one if I needed. If you're using multiple layers, I would seriously consider rotating the racks about 3 hours. The bottom dries out faster than the top, so really keep an eye on that. If you pay a little close attention, you'll see that the water pan is empty. Don't fill the water pan. The steam created by the water pan, it's going to slow down the dehydration. An empty pan equals a drier environment, and that's kind of what we want. Before closing the lid, I added more pepper and chili flakes. Top rack is going to have a nice spicy batch. Let's put the lid on, and then we're going to leave it alone. About 2 hours in, the temperatures climbed to 170, but then started slowly dropping down. It's perfectly normal to get slight increases and decreases in temperature. The total cooking time? 6 hours. I could have checked at the hour 5 mark, but I honestly forgot. Oops. But no worries, that extra hour was fine. Now, if you like your jerky to be a little easier to bite through, then start checking at the 4-hour mark and remove when it's no longer floppy and you get a slight crack. Yeah, this is what you want right there. Look at this. If it bends and cracks, it's done. This smells amazing though. Now, I don't know what the shelf life is on beef jerky, but I don't think this is gonna last until tomorrow, to be honest with you. This is great. This was super easy and super satisfying. Let me know if you want a teriyaki version or something more spicy next time. Now, if you're already addicted to beef jerky, making your own is just really the next level of addiction. If you found this useful, please hit that like button and share this out.
I think I'm gonna go eat the whole bag now.